Okay, I'm back. So I'm doing a little bit of test recording. I say I'm back because I was recording someplace else, and then the phone rang, and then it stopped that recording, and I may or may not use some of that recording. So this is David Johnson. I'm walking around the park near my house. It's a beautiful day, except for there is a wind storm, an amazing wind storm that is really, really loud. So I get to test a few things. I'm talking on the MV88 Plus. From this point forward, I'll just call the MV88, not to be confused with the actual MV88. There's a difference between those two products, but the MV88 Plus is a little bit different microphone. It may in fact be the same capsule, I'm not sure, but the microphone body is different with different inputs, different kit, and so they are different things. MV88 is comes with a video kit. It's a $200 microphone that you will pay $250 for. And what the $50 is basically all of the accessories that come with it that make it the Plus. So thinking about it in those terms, it's really a $200 microphone, and it should be compared to other $200 microphones as opposed to $250 microphones. So it's not a true $250 microphone. That's just how much you're going to pay for it if you're going to walk out of a store with it without being arrested. So that said, I'm using that microphone. It comes with its own windscreen, a little nubbin that you put on the top of it. In fact, I think it comes with that nubbin already affixed to it. It's cute and it's good. It works pretty well. But I am in an extreme condition right now. As I mentioned, this windstorm, you can hear a little bit of it rumbling up. So I have not only that windscreen, but I have what's called a dead cat windjammer. I think Windjammer might be a brand of this, I'm not sure, but it's a little fuzzy thing that goes on, that I've got actually on top of the windscreen. So I'm double filtering this sound, and you can get some really good results even in strong wind. So when the wind is moderate, it will be very usable audio, I'm sure. But when it is as strong as it has been, oh boy, I don't know how much of it is usable. So I'll at least sit here until we get some of those really strong gusts again, so I can really test the limits of this thing. So, all right. What else about the MV88 do I want to tell you? Well, first of all, the audio is amazing. I think that word gets overused, but it really is that good. And when I say the audio is amazing, I should say the audio has the potential to be amazing. So whether this comes out as amazing audio or not, what you're hearing right now is irrelevant, because I'm doing this under pretty extreme and very much not controlled circumstances. But then again, these are some of the circumstances that you might be using this mic for. However, this microphone is of the quality, and you should expect it at this price point. This is a great studio mic, a great professional mic, full stop. Not professional for the price or professional for the size. This is a great professional microphone. So if I were to, say, bring out my Shure SM7B out in these conditions, you wouldn't get a better recording with that than you're getting with this. And on the flip side, if I were to bring this in studio with more controlled conditions, you would get extremely high quality sound. So the sound is fantastic. I don't want to dwell too heavily on the specs, but yes, you can. This is a USB microphone, But you can expect 24, 48, so better than CD quality, and it really is. You really can hear that with this microphone. In fact, I wouldn't make a lot of the apologies for this microphone that I would make for a lot of USB microphones. A lot of USB microphones sound like USB microphones. They suffer in a number of ways that USB microphones tend to, but the current crop of USB microphones is really, really good. And I think that we are entering the age where we can stop making that distinction between USB microphone and XLR microphone. A microphone is either a professional quality microphone or it isn't. And the XLR doesn't make a microphone professional. It does put it in line with in an ecosystem of professional gear, and so there is a kind of traditionally accepted ecosystem of gear that you would use in your audio chain that is compatible with XLR microphones and it tends to be of higher quality. But if we're just talking about the microphone, it's a little like talking about, and this isn't a perfect comparison, but it's a little bit like comparing Bluetooth headphones to wired headphones. Now, I know there are a lot of crazy audiophile geeks out there who would say, oh no, it's not even close. Well, it is close. It really is. And the difference between Bluetooth audio, good quality Bluetooth audio, and quality wired audio, the delta isn't that big. And in fact, most people can't hear the difference. They simply wouldn't be able to hear it. Now, with the right kind of listening ears, you would be able to hear it, probably. You'd have to have very good hearing, and you'd also have to have very trained hearing. So it's not just a matter of having ears that can distinguish it, but you have to really know what you're listening for to be able to tell the difference. With Bluetooth microphones and XLR microphones, I think the difference is even smaller. And so we can stop talking about whether a microphone is Bluetooth or XLR in terms of quality and just start talking about whether it's a great quality microphone or whether it's not. So while this is a Bluetooth microphone, it is a professional studio microphone. It has the quality is that good. It's just as good as other studio quality microphones that I have at or around this price range. So I think that we're past that point, and I don't find that conversation of USB versus XLR to be that interesting, at least on the quality side of it. Now, on the ecosystem side of it, there is a conversation to be had, and we'll definitely have that conversation along the way. But right now, I just wanted to give you a good audio sample of the MV88 outside in very bad conditions in a situation where you might actually use it this way. Now, one other thing, I don't know how this audio is going to turn out. It could be that I'm holding the microphone too close to my mouth. It could be that, you know, the P's are popping, plosives and sibilants are out of control. There's among all things possible. This is a condenser microphone. But whether it's dynamic or condenser, you should hold them all close to your mouth. They should all be within 3 to 4 inches of your mouth. And I know that some say condenser microphone should be 5 to 6 inches away. But honestly, in most environments, you're going to get a much better sound 3 to 4 inches away. And if you're in an untreated room, as the vast majority of people using microphones are these days, then the closer to your mouth, then the more room and echo rejection you will have. Your sound will be much better. Now, when it's very close to your mouth, there are other issues that that you're going to have to deal with. There are other issues to deal with. So I acknowledge that. That much is absolutely the truth. But there are ways to overcome those other issues that you will have to deal with. So you want the best audio that you can get, and the best audio that you can get from pretty much any microphone is being up close. Now, you also want to learn to hold the microphone or position the microphone to the side of your mouth so that you're not speaking directly into it. A lot of the audio problems that you have will simply go away when you do that. So I've got it about at a 45-degree angle to the corner of the left side of my mouth, and that's about how you want to use a microphone, especially any microphone that you're using up close, which is all of them. There is, of course, a situation where you would not use the microphone this close. You would use it much further away. In fact, you would use it this far away. Now, I'm about a foot away from the microphone right now. And if I were actually doing a video like this, I would be using the iPhone as a video capture, which is what this microphone was really made for. But I would also turn the gain of the microphone up. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm not doing video capture. So if you're doing video with a microphone attached to the video capture source, you've obviously got to hold the microphone back because it's got to be with the camera. With this microphone, you might be using it 12 inches to 18 inches away from you outside in noisy conditions. It actually still does pretty well doing that. So that's just not what we're testing for right now. So once again, this is in relatively uncontrolled circumstances. I'm using the cardioid pattern. Again, something that I would recommend you do pretty much all the time with audio like this. Just one person talking into a mic while walking. Now, you know, if you want to catch those environmental sounds, you know, birds chirping, fish jumping, that sort of thing, children playing, there are other settings for this microphone that you can use for that. But the best sound that you're going to get for just spoken word is the cardioid pattern. So we'll talk about the various patterns and so forth. And I think I'm going to end it right here. And perhaps, if not with this video, because I'm really not sure at the moment. So whether with this video or the next video, you will hear this microphone again in studio conditions. So not perfect ideal conditions, because I don't have a perfect ideal studio. But, you know, I do podcasts. I do one that's a Patreon. And, you know, I care about the quality of that podcast. And I have used this microphone with that podcast. And so I will give you a sample of what this mic really can do. So part of the price justification for this microphone is that it can simply do more than almost any microphone out there right now, because it's a great portable, simple to use USB. Attach it to your iPhone, iPad mini, iPad, notebook computer, and or studio computer, or attach it to your iPhone, which is probably the best video camera you have, and do video vlogging. It's extremely versatile, and you're just not going to get that kind of versatility out of other microphones. So this has been David Johnson, and we'll see you next time. All right. Sorry about that. Let me try that again. All right. We are back, and this time we are in studio. By studio, that's a fairly grandiose term for my room that I use as my office. Uh, it has a little bit of light sound treatment to it, not a lot, but I wanted to let you know that this is the same microphone and I'm using the same settings. Yes, I am using post-production, but the same settings for the longer video clip in this one. And whereas I will do a longer studio test and review of this microphone, I didn't want you to have to wait that long before you heard a sample. So there it is. Enjoy.